Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 564.
564.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. It's hard to believe, but it's starting to be the time to think about 2026 vacations. We're only weeks away from the start of the new year. And of course, you can still think about like last minute holiday travel. But maybe we're thinking about Epcot International Festival of the Arts, Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. Head to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, fill out that no obligation quote, and they can help you with wherever you need to get to.
And speaking of holiday travel, we did some holiday traveling of our own. One of the busiest weeks of the year, we were at the Disneyland Resort, and we have lots to say about our trip there. But one of the highlights was at Storytellers Cafe, we managed to get a last-minute reservation for Mickey's Christmas Carol Feast, and it did not disappoint.
And I was not expecting to get it, and there were like, I opened the app and there's like 5 different times, and I picked the first one, but like we had tried so hard to get it.
When they went on sale, we were in Paris,
right?
And we were maybe only 2 hours late after they went on sale. Everything sold out. I've been trying all the time, never could get anything. It was fantastic. I was so excited, and the first thing after we were seated, look what greets us at our table before we even ate.
Goofy as Jacob Marley, and I will say that we saw 2 characters in the first hour, but then it got so busy that it took us about almost 2 hours to meet everybody. So I'm just
I wasn't
it can
complaining.
take a little while.
I was
No.
complaining.
But it took a little bit. And unlike when we've done these dining experiences before, they didn't go around the room too much. They did do it at the very beginning.
Yeah,
though.
we were told that they had like a procession that they normally do, but it was so crowded. And
this is a popular meal.
Very popular.
But
they decided to forgo that for the rest of the evening, just so there'd be more time for the characters to meet.
And we were told also by friends who were there later in the evening, plus the character attendant, that later in the evening's actually a really great time to go.
Look at this. What unbelievable. This was started off things in a great way. I was looking forward to seeing the Jacob Marley Goofy, and oh boy, he was just so good all night. We saw him a couple times, and he was just the most fun.
This is such a fantastic costume, for Goofy. And so now we are seeing Scrooge McDuck, Ebenezer Scrooge from the Mickey's Christmas Carol movie.
Perfect casting
yes.
for this.
So Mickey's Christmas Carol, as an animated short, is over 30 years old, which is so hard to believe. Time flies. Here he is, like.
He doesn't have his
Something
money back,
about the
but
money,
so we were still talking. You always end up talking about money with Scrooge.
And so, he was really fun too. There were 5 different characters as we're looking at them. So he was the second character that we were able to meet.
Yes, that's true.
And he's in his slippers as well.
Yeah, I love that. And they kind of match his shirt. Completely different outfits. This is not the first time these characters have appeared in these outfits, though. At least most of them. Because you did a little research and found out that Jacob Marley Goofy was in the parade many years ago at Disneyland.
Somebody posted that online, actually. I think it's a Christmas Fantasy Parade he was in, like, at the very beginning.
Yeah, like 30 years ago.
Yeah, like 30 years ago.
Long time ago. So it was fun. And here we got Mickey.
And, Mickey is Bob Cratchit. So really dapper looking. And Minnie, of course, is Mrs. Cratchit.
And what was your secret to getting that reservation anyway? You said something about it was 7 o'clock that it was released, something like that?
Well, I opened the app and it was... I guess I did it right at 7 p.m. and that seemed to be...
You had a bunch of reservations, and then I tried immediately after.
There was at least 5 reservations that I could have chosen from, but then you tried it right away afterwards, and it was not there.
I see the diva of dairy. There she is.
Clarabelle Cow,
Scrumptious. Not scrumptious in this outfit, though.
And I'm not really... It's been a while since we've seen Mickey's Christmas Carol.
We need to watch it.
We need to watch it
very soon.
But we'll just say this is Clarabelle.
Right.
And she's looking at our food.
Yeah,
Probably a little hungry.
we found out that Clarabelle in this look and all this, not in the film. At least that's from my research. This was just more for the event itself. But, certainly the outfit fits the theme. And she was showing us some of the little, like her cowbell, her looks here.
Clarabelle is all over Disneyland.
Yes.
She has so many outfits. You can find her in so many ways.
And we talked about the little procession. again, this only happened twice. We were very fortunate to be able to see the the walkthroughs and and all this. And this was the last time. This is at the very beginning of the meal, and this was the last time that happened. Except for, I think, maybe at the very end of the night, possibly something happened. But,
and it wasn't like when we've done other meals here, they've done almost like a little show.
Right, and
But
there was supposed to be one.
But no, but I'm saying they mostly just did a walkthrough when
Right.
we saw them.
Right, that's right.
So here's the food, and
Oh, that shrimp was so good.
I love Storytellers Cafe food. Like, we didn't come here at first, until this past year, because it's an expensive dining experience.
But at least the food is top.
food
I
is
mean,
excellent,
really,
right.
really good.
I wouldn't come here if the food wasn't good as well.
The lobster mac and cheese, so tasty.
And for a buffet, it is like an upgraded experience. Great fruit. They have, we're going to see at some point, well, yeah, you said the lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah, they had the carved turkey.
Yes, the
roast
carved
beef.
turkey is what I eat the most of, really. And then
There's the lobster mac and cheese.
it was like prime rib. So it's like
prime rib, that's right.
it's really good food overall. Although you can see there's also chicken tenders.
Nothing wrong with that. There was teriyaki
Nothing
chicken
wrong
also.
with that. And
Delicious.
the pizza's actually very good.
Yes, very good. This is the first time I actually saved some appetite to try some of this pizza. Delicious.
And I didn't have any this time. I was eating too much turkey.
The turkey was so good.
And so to me, that the lower end of everything is the desserts.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad. It's just, when everything else is elevated, the desserts to me are just so. So you have the gingerbread cookies, which was okay. I think when they have the chocolate chip, that's my favorite dessert.
And I'm just showing some of the actual plates that I actually ate throughout the
Including
trip.
the peel and eat shrimp.
So you can see, it's a different presentation when you see it plated. And there's the teriyaki chicken. So much goodness. Boy, we shouldn't have recorded this on an empty stomach.
And I ate actually quite a bit of salad as well.
That lobster mac and cheese up there. Some salmon. The salmon was delicious. There was some shrimp, some popcorn shrimp. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And let's see what's next. Oh, I told you I had some pizza. And I finally had some healthy,
the vegetables are really
Brussels
good.
sprouts. See, that cancels all the other stuff.
It's not only Brussels sprouts, it's other vegetables. I think there's onions in there. There's like cauliflower and...
healthy. Look at how healthy.
Yeah. And that's
nice
your dessert. I mostly had a gingerbread cookie, I think, this time. So, but the overall buffet, for me, is excellent. We don't do a lot of buffets.
Now, this was only the second or third night that this buffet had started. They didn't have these buttons at the time. They said, keep trying back. And luckily, on our last day, we stopped by, and they had these nice Mickey's Christmas Carol buttons. So we were able to get those as well. Huge 2 thumbs up. We couldn't recommend it more. Probably the highlight of the holiday season so far for me.
Right. I mean, just the overall, not just the characters, but the food. It was, I think that and the tam o'shanter were my 2 favorite meals of the trip. And one was at the beginning of the trip, the other was at the end of the trip, the last day. So I just want to mention that Mickey's Christmas Carol Feast at Storytellers Cafe is $79 per adult, $42 per child, ages 3 through 9, plus tax and gratuity, and very highly recommended. I would say check, especially like I checked at 7 p.m. Didn't even think about it being 7 p.m. But I see that's what's on my, on my email. 7 p.m. is when I did it.
Perfect timing.
On the last day of our trip to California, there was a press conference in Disneyland Paris about World of Frozen. And it was something we could have potentially have done, but we ended up being in California during that time. This is, though, the most exciting thing.
Well, the date, number one, the date was finally announced.
The date's been announced. March 29th is 2026 is the official date of World of Frozen.
Well, Disney Adventure World.
And Disney, right. So Disney Adventure World is a reimagined Walt Disney Studios park. And once World of Frozen opens, that's what the name of the park will be. Mm-hmm. Right now we're just looking at that beautiful, I believe it's a Friendship Fountain, and the exteriors, Nordic Crowns Tavern, which will be a counter service location, which I am looking forward to trying.
Looks beautiful inside.
It does. And also there'll be customizable dining, like you'd have a base, a protein, like salmon or Nordic meatballs. And then there's also going to be special desserts.
And this sounds very much like Satuli Canteen over at Pandora, Disney's Animal Kingdom, which we like a lot.
Yes, and that's what I actually had thought as well. So when guests are in World of Frozen, they'll be participating in the Sunflower Festival, bringing the village of Arendelle to life. And then we had already seen the 118-foot tall North Mountain with Elsa's Palace. There's a fjord view shop that will feature an experience meeting Runa. We can see Runa here, an interactive baby troll toy. And there's a meeting. You're going to have a meeting ceremony, and guests will acquire and head home after purchasing Runa. And Runa will react to touch, blink its eyes, and more. And it will interact with locations in Arendelle.
Yeah, it looks like they're interacting with other Runas.
Yes.
So
there's
that's brilliance right there.
And there's, it does more than that as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Elsa and Anna, of course, will be meeting just like when we go to Epcot. And I'm sure they will have very long waits.
Right. And of course, the attraction that is currently at Epcot will be coming here to the World of Frozen.
And I think we'll see that as well. And here is the clock tower. You can see a little Anna and Elsa over it. And then this is Arendelle Bay, and there's going to be a whole show here during the day that runs several times.
We'll see some concept art of that later on in the segment.
And there's the North Mountain. You've got just Arendelle Castle. I mean, there's so much to look at here, and we've been looking at it from Toy Soldiers parachute drop for so long.
Oh yeah, it'll be nice to be on the ground finally.
And while we're looking at World of Frozen, I just want to mention there's a lot more coming here than just World of Frozen. You're going to have Adventure Way, which will have like gardens and Raiponce Tangled Spin. We're going to see a little something from that later, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. And like the Regal View restaurant and lounge, they say it's the first bar, but really Victoria's is the first bar, probably in Disneyland Paris.
I can't wait though. I can't wait to try all of these places out.
And right now we just showed Frozen Ever After. So Frozen Ever After, while they call it a new ride, it is a new ride for Disneyland Paris. However, we've had it here at Epcot now for 10 years. And I know it'll be a little different there, but not too much.
Well, you heard the good news, though.
We're going
to get an update.
We are going to get an update. And so it used to be Maelstrom. Like, it was a whole other ride here. It was...
Which I loved. Maelstrom was a wonderful ride.
We love Maelstrom. And so, we're
now looking inside. This is the Hong Kong version you're looking at.
Which is going to be pretty much the same as what we're getting in Paris. But it's just, here we've had, Frozen Ever After, and those are the better.
Right.
And we're going to get them too.
No projected faces.
Right. It's actually a really fun ride. It's just fun for me to see, like, something that was based on Maelstrom coming to Disneyland Paris.
And it's already gone to Hong Kong. So, I mean, as you said, something that was originally Maelstrom has now gone all over the world.
It's incredible, right? And
nothing better, though, than nighttime. Nighttime here is beautiful.
And you have actually been inside the World of Frozen area. Not just now, but a few months ago. Yes.
Right, we did a hard hat tour in there. And let me tell you, it's much bigger in real life than it looks just from looking at all these videos. When you're right there, it's a huge feeling. Everything feels bigger, larger than life there.
I just can't wait to go through the world premiere area and go out and see Adventure Way in front of me. Like, it looks like it's going to be gorgeous, and especially during seasonal times when it, like, we've seen from overhead how beautiful it looks.
And speaking of beautiful, look at this. You're seeing Elsa's Ice Palace before it was installed at ground level here. Very detailed, very pretty.
It looks much bigger.
It does.
It looks much bigger here than when it's, on the North Mountain. And I believe that this is one of the boats for a celebration in Arendelle, which will be a 15-minute show presented several times per day for the Snowflower Festival. Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, and the villagers will take part in the celebrations aboard 3 Viking longships. That's where we're going to see that. I think that Olaf, Rubadak Olaf, which was so cool.
And what a throwback to classic Epcot. I don't know, obviously you remember they used to have shows on the lagoon there. Daytime shows for many years, which were fantastic. That was a very long time ago. 30 years or more.
And I think we're looking at more like when you were visiting.
Right, this is about what it was like.
Doing all the construction. Right. And we have been following the construction of World of Frozen and the rest of the area for several years, actually. Again, Toy Soldiers Parachute Drop, which now I probably won't have much reason to go on anymore. But there's so much work being done here, and it's so close to being done.
When we walk in the local area, like to our hotel, you can see the backside of all this on the other side of the berm. I mean, it's very close to a public road, so we've seen it from all different sides.
Yes, all different angles, and so you can see her painting here. Just a lot of work going into this amazing area.
And when will the actual name change be? Has that been announced? When the Disney Adventure World, will it be on the actual day?
I already mentioned that, but I mean, they could change their minds. But originally they said that World of Frozen once World of Frozen opens,
right,
it will be Disney Adventure World. So I assume everything happens on March 29th.
But it will be open for soft opening for annual pass holders, things like that before. So I wonder if, I mean, again, we're just speculating. Nobody knows.
I'm not speculating about anything. I think it's March 29th. I think that's when we'll see. Okay. I think that's when it will be. But if anything changes, we'll let you know. I'm sure you'll already know anyway.
So we learned during this event there's going to be a very special addition to the World of Frozen, and it is this robotic Olaf here, who is a free walking Olaf living character initiative. That's something that you and I have been following for over 20 years, or almost 20 years together. And with each of us go back further. This, though, is the most technology next gen version of that.
And so if you watch We Call It Imagineering, the newest episode on YouTube, you can see this very, very cool Olaf walking around World of Frozen. And it looks like Olaf will be in the show here.
The Lagoon show that you talked about.
Right, the Bay show in Arendelle. I don't know if we'll see him anywhere else. I hope that we will, because if he's from afar only, it won't be nearly as interesting.
I've already given my opinion, what I think should happen. There could be like a Club Olaf experience. And you get a drink, you get a cookie.
A cookie.
And then the opportunity
like the Star
to
Wars.
see, just like the what was it called? The Star Wars
Lightsaber,
one?
was it? No, Lightspeed Lounge.
Yes, it could be.
That was in Fantasyland at Disneyland Paris, and guests paid for the
Frozen Lounge.
You could see the BDX droids, yeah.
I would do it.
I would
absolutely. That would be the best, because you can't just turn Olaf loose with the in the streets of the World of Frozen. It would be crazy. But yeah, to have something intimate like that would be phenomenal. I'm all in.
I think it would be great, or something similar. But Olaf is,
you saw that, but you can take his nose off, put it back on. I mean, it's revolutionary.
As soon as I saw We Call It Imagineering, I was like, Olaf. I mean, it's so cool. And so I just love watching him. They've really, I'm sure we'll see him quite a bit more from Disneyland Paris as well.
Right. Well, will not be the first time, that's for sure.
And here you have Disneyland Paris Park President Natasha with him as well.
Yeah, very, very exciting. So that's a big deal. Now we're going to look at some photos, some official media photos that were released.
This is, looking this way is just incredible. And then, of course, Raiponce Tangled Spin, which will be a spinner ride.
That looks great, by the way.
It does.
I must say, and you're going to see it go from daytime to nighttime with the lanterns lit. This is something that you're probably going to want to do after dark if you can.
Mandy Moore has, again, like she's the voice of Rapunzel in America, so she has voiced the announcements.
Yeah, that to me looks great. We've had a lot of these spinner rides, so it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. It looks great to me, though. I
know a lot of people complain about spinner rides, but Disney has had them forever. So
I mean, Mater,
we enjoy them.
Love
we
Mater.
love Mater's
time.
Junkyard Jamboree at Disneyland. Disney California.
The only
Adventure.
one we don't tend not to ride very much is Alien Swirling Saucers. I think that's our least favorite of all the spinning type rides.
And one of the highlights for me will be the Regal View Restaurant and Lounge, including the lounge, which we're looking at right now. Very elegant, and the artwork is supposed to be like sidekicks of the Disney of the Disney princesses. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I know they're calling this the first bar, but I think Victoria's was
Right, I
considered
mentioned
a
that.
bar.
Right, I mentioned that earlier. That's why we don't get our annual pass discount.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
So here we can see the table service restaurant with the Disney princesses, including Princess Merida could be there.
And talk about a regal view outside the window on that last slide. You saw
North
amazing views from there.
And it's just a very, it's all looks very elegant to me. Really, I look forward to dining here. I don't think we know the menu yet.
I don't think this will be a everyday dining.
No.
I think it'll be quite expensive.
And there is, I think, Belle and Moana. So yes, to probably expensive, but the nice thing is you can go to that lounge also and enjoy that as well. So you get to do the experience without necessarily spending as much money.
And that is a dessert. I would say Belle's probably favorite dessert, the Regal View. It looks like a book there.
I look forward to trying the various desserts here. And here's one more shot of the Regal View restaurant and lounge, something that I'm looking forward to next spring.
Now, you mentioned the daytime show, and here is that slide we talked about earlier, concept art with Olaf, I think the robotic Olaf.
And this is obviously Kristoff's boat. You can see Sven is in the detailing, and the work on these boats also is in conjunction with real boat builders and such, so they should be really high quality.
Beautiful views at night. I think
Fountain.
this is going to be fantastic. There's also the nighttime show. We haven't even talked about the nighttime show.
The Disney Cascade of Lights, which sounds like it will be very groundbreaking with a all new show with a 360-degree configuration, the world's first integration of a revolutionary aquatic drone system, and there's going to be 379 drones.
Hold on a second.
Projections.
Hold on a minute. Aquatic drones? Does
That's
that
what it
mean
says.
Underwater drones?
That's what it sounds.
As well as in the sky drones?
We're
We'll
going to
see.
learn so much more, right? And then it's water screens, projections. So it's like, to me, it sounds like World of Color on steroids.
With drones, yeah.
With drones and more, right? And so I can't, and plus the 360, which is something that Disney California Adventure did not have for World of Color.
Lots to look forward to. We can't wait. We are in the process now of planning our trip to be there for a lot of time for the world opening
I'm
of
not done.
Adventure World. What do you mean
I
you're
want to
not
talk.
done?
I want to talk
Well,
more.
go ahead.
Just for a minute.
The floor is yours.
I just want to talk about Adventure Way, and one of the things I look forward to most is the gardens, including the gazebo garden, because you're going to have a Toy Story garden, you're going to have a Tangle garden, but the gazebo garden is going to have entertainment, and it will remind us of the Disney Music Festival.
Oh, that's right. There's going to be elements from the music
Yes.
festival going on.
Yes.
I saw there's also new character outfits
Yes.
that will be coming as
Right,
well.
we didn't have the pictures in here, but that's okay. Mickey and Minnie have already met some cast members.
Yeah.
And they're in like Victorian style outfits. There's also going to be like a total of, I think, like 14 dining locations, like chalets and stuff too. So probably it will remind us of, the Place de Remy, right? With the chalets, but also with there's going to be like hot dogs and other types of food. So, I'm just going to say Disneyland Paris is not well known for food, unfortunately.
No.
So I hope that the World of Frozen and Adventure Way will, elevate what they are doing. I mean, there's some places that they've had good food, but most of them are not.
I'm sure the Regal View will be wonderful, but
Yes.
the jury is out on the plain regular frozen burger whenever that is
There's
offered.
I don't know
I'm
that there's
making
a
that up,
frozen
but there'll
burger.
probably be a Arendelle burger.
We'll
We'll
see.
send our good friend Roni. He is the
He
master
loves
of
to
checking out
try
these
new
special
things.
burgers. Yeah,
No,
that's right.
we do not
We do
try
not.
the special burgers.
We do
I'd
not
rather-
dare. We're
I-
smart for that.
I'd rather go to Annette's,
Me too.
and that is Disney owned, but I really, I love their food there. So, but anyway, I hope that the food will sound, be as good as it sounds, and that, good people are working on it.
So that is another show. We want to thank our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
Head to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, fill out that no obligation quote, including if you're planning to go to Disneyland Paris for the opening of World of Frozen and the rest of the fun stuff opening at Disney Adventure World, or Walt Disney Studios Park as it's currently known. We're really excited about it, and but Becky and probably some of our team have been to Disneyland Paris not too long ago.
Yeah, now is a great time. Great time to put that together. Come join us. We want to see everybody out there for the opening of Disney Adventure World.
I can't wait. I
can't
can't wait for
either.
it.
It's going to be fantastic.
We're making our own plans now.
Yeah, that is very, very
Now is
true.
the time.
Now is the best time. So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.